All right, we will get started and we'll start seated today. So find your way to your space, your yoga mat, maybe. You could sit up on a pillow or a cushion or your couch or a chair. Just finding what feels like a comfortable seat for you. I really like sitting up on something and then kind of uncrossing my legs. I do have fairly open hips, so maybe that is an option for you. If not, you could grab your blocks and prop your legs up. Use those to kind of get your knees a little higher, more supported. And of course, you could always come up and sit on a chair too. So know that we're going to be seated for a few minutes and try to choose an option that you feel will be sustainable. And of course, you can always change your mind anytime. So as you settle into a seat, maybe start to close your eyes if you'd like. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, maybe you find a drishti, a focal point, somewhere you can kind of look at, but something that maybe doesn't take a lot of mental energy to focus on. And if your eyes are closed, you might also choose a drishti or focal point. Maybe you turn your gaze up, your closed eye gaze up to the third eye center, the screen of the mind. Maybe you turn your gaze kind of down toward the tip of your nose. You can kind of play with it a little bit and just find or decide if you want that focal point or not today. And then noticing the support beneath you, any props that you're using, kind of noticing some textures, some levels of support. See if you can lengthen your spine upwards, reaching the crown of your head up, but not too rigidly. We still have a little bit of looseness, softness to us. And your hands might rest on your knees or in your lap, or maybe you decide to hold onto your opposite arm or whatever else just seems right. And noticing how your body feels here, starting from whatever is touching the floor and then working your way all the way up, just scanning and noticing. And then taking a moment here to reflect on your day. How has your day been? What are you needing right now, if anything? And start to notice your breath. You might even bring a hand to your belly, maybe a hand to your heart if you'd like, and just continue to breathe. Maybe extending your breath, deepening your breath, or maybe just watching however it already is. Breathing here for a few more rounds, noticing the expansion of your lungs, your body with your inhales, and a sense of coming back to yourself with your exhales. And if it ever feels like you want to take a sighing breath or make a sound or sing a note or hum or anything with your exhales, you're welcome to explore whatever comes to mind. And then noticing or deciding if you'd like to set a dedication or intention for your practice today. Maybe something or someone in your life you'd like to focus your efforts toward. And then let's take 3 clearing breaths together, uplifting our intentions and each other's intentions together. So we'll inhale through the nose. Sigh to release. 2 more like that. Inhaling through your nose. Sigh it out. 1 more. And then let's start to rub the palms of the hands together, creating some friction and heat. Once you feel that warmth built up between the hands, go ahead and cover the eyes, just cupping your hands over your eyes. Keep your hands in place now as you blink your eyes open, starting to see some light through the cracks. We'll just kind of circle the eyes a little bit here. So we'll first, so the rest of the body stays still. We're just moving the eyeballs. So we're looking to the right, to the top, looking to the left, bottom, back to the right. Go ahead and circle around that way a couple of times, and then blink your eyes to come back to center when you're ready to reset. And then switching directions just by looking to the left, top, right, bottom, back to the left, and go ahead and circle that way a couple of times. And whenever you've had enough, just blinking your eyes to come back to neutral, and then slowly lowering your hands down away from your face. All right, if you need to take any adjustments in how you're sitting, or maybe switch which leg is in front, go right ahead now. Then we'll tent the fingertips off to the sides if you can reach there, whatever you're sitting on. Just bringing the hands down, lengthening up again. With an inhale, let's reach the arms around and up, like you're stretching your arms, your shoulders, and kind of your neck as you look up as your palms join. And then exhale to lower your hands down to heart center, tucking your chin down toward your chest at the bottom. Take a breath in, notice the back of your neck. Take a breath out. With your inhale, lift both hands high, gazing up if your neck feels good doing that. And exhale, reaching around and down like you're stretching your shoulders out after a big nap. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up, palms join. Exhale, hands come down to the heart, chin comes down toward the center of your chest. Take a breath in, feel the back of your neck. And breath out. Inhale, reach both hands high. And exhale, around and down. Let's do that one last time. Inhale, stretching the shoulders, stretching the arms, lifting high. Exhale, hands to heart, chin to chest. Stay here for your breath in and out. With an inhale, reaching up. With your exhale, let's twist toward the right. So the left hand comes to the right knee, your right hand touches the floor or whatever's behind you. Let's sit up nice and tall first. And with your exhale, we're twisting toward the right. Inhale, unwind just enough to take a full breath in. We're staying on this side. Exhale, twist to the right. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, twist. Breathe like normal now as we switch sides. So the right hand coming to the left knee, left hand to the floor behind you, or in my case, I'm touching the couch, which is just fine. Inhale, sitting tall, keeping the spine stacked and aligned. And exhaling to twist a little to the left. Inhale, unwind just enough for a full breath in. And exhale to twist. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Keep breathing now as you come back to the center. Let's take a little side bend to the right. So handle plant down on the floor. On the right side, left arm starts to reach up and overhead. Take a breath in as you reach high. And then exhale, side bending to the right. We're going to stay here as you let this side bend unwind. Breathing in and out. You might find a little bit of a sway or a pulse with it, or maybe you just hold steady. Breathing in and out at your own pace, exploring this lengthening and bending through the left side. Then when you're ready, let's switch sides with an inhale rising up, and then exhale to find your way to the left side. Or bending to the left side, side bending and stretching through the right side. And breathing here as you explore some opening and stretching through the right side. And then with an inhale, let's come back up to the center. And exhale, lower your arms down. All right, let's move along to hands and knees next. Moving any props you were sitting on to the side for now. Hands will come underneath the shoulders, knees below the hips. With your inhale, start to lower your belly, lift your gaze and your tailbone, finding cow pose. And exhale to round your spine, tuck your chin, find your cat pose. Press the floor away here so your shoulder blades are really stretching out. Inhale, cow, gaze lift. Exhale, cat, rounding up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep going with your own breath now, exploring any other organic movements that come to mind along the way. Maybe a little twist or turn through the shoulders or hips. Maybe a bend through the elbows or anything else. Warming up the wrists, the shoulders, the spine especially here. Getting a nice little stretch through pretty much all parts of the back. Can even get the neck into it a little bit. And then meeting up in extended child's pose when you're ready. So knees coming out wide, big toes touching behind you. Start to sink your seat toward your heels. You can stop anytime. Maybe coming down to your forearms today. Maybe walking your hands out toward the top of your mat. And then sinking your head and heart toward the floor. Option to stay right where you're at, or try joining your hands together up at the top, almost like you're kind of pointing with both hands toward the top of your mat, and then bending your elbows so that your thumbs end up at the back of your neck with kind of prayer hands here. Kind of a way to get a little bit more shoulder opening, tricep stretching. Notice if you actually like it or not. If you don't, go ahead and just find a different variation for your arms to be in. Let's take 3 diaphragmatic or belly breaths here. So inhaling, letting your belly be expansive, take up space, breathing in. Exhale as you soften any tension you find. 3 total, 2 more left, inhaling. And exhaling. One last breath in, nice and deep. One more breath out. Take your time as you rise back up to tabletop, hands and knees. Let's find our way to a downward facing dog. So we'll grab our blocks if you have them. Take any little adjustments before we get upside down here. So planting your hands into your blocks or the floor. Curl your toes under. Start to pick up your knees and then reach your tailbone back and up, creating that A-frame shape with your body. Press down through your hands, reach through your shoulders, reach that tailbone high. And find your breath first here. And then if you'd like to add on a little pedal of the legs, maybe you bend and straighten opposite knees. Getting a little calf stretch in, a little foot stretch in as we strengthen. Strengthening and stretching in downward dog. Really good for circulation as well, kind of inverting. And then we'll steady the feet down here. With an inhale, let's rise up to the tippy toes, lifting the heels. And exhale, slowly lowering the heels toward the floor. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up to the tippy toes. And exhaling to lower your heels. 1 more time, inhaling to rise up. Exhale to lower the heels down. Inhale, bend your knees a lot, look to your hands. Exhale, step or walk your feet behind your blocks or your hands for ragdoll forward fold. Today I invite you to explore an extra deep bend of the knees and just kind of notice what that does for the back, the low back, etc. And if you like a little swaying motion, go ahead and start to sway. Maybe you straighten your knees a little bit more and then bend back into it if you want to keep exploring that route. Maybe you nod your head yes and shake your head no a couple of times here. One more breath in. One more breath out. Bend your knees and then start to walk your hands up your legs, slowly rising up to stand. Take your time as you get there. And then give it a little shake out. Shaking your legs a little bit, shaking your arms a little bit, getting the circulation going. I like to get a little kind of bounce going as well. You can kind of lift and lower the heels a little bit, lift and lower the shoulders, swing the arms. Just get some intuitive movement going here. Starting to really awaken your body however it feels right today. All right, let's come up to stand at the top of the mat. So making your way up there, take a look at your feet. Make sure they're a comfortable distance apart. Grip down through the toes, almost like you're kind of holding the floor with your toes. We have that downward pressure first, rooting down. And then we'll inhale to reach the arms high, option to look up at your hands as they join. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, half tuck of your chin. Exhale, lower your hands down to the floor or to your blocks. Let's step the right foot back first and then your left to high plank for 3 breaths. You can always lower your knees if you'd like. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Feel your strength. Exhale. Last breath in. Breath out. Knees lower. Chest lowers all the way down. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. With your inhale, let's rise to baby cobra, strengthening the spine, strengthening the core, lifting head and chest. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take your entire exhale to get to the bottom. Inhale, rising to your baby cobra. And exhale to lower. One more time and we'll stay lifted this time. So inhale, rise up. Staying here for your exhale. One last breath in. Breath out, lower down. Inhale, rise up, tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale to child's pose. We're here for 3 breaths. Savor the breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in, unless you want to stay. Breath out. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can feel each finger pressing down. Inhale. Reach through your shoulders. Exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, reach the right toes up behind you, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bend your right knee, hug your right knee into your chest. Take a step forward with the right foot first, and then the left up to the top. Just do your best here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through your feet, root to rise. Inhale, rise up. Palms reach together overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take 3 breaths here, just you and your breath. Notice what happens when you pay attention. And then let's take a clearing breath when it's time. We're inhaling through your nose. Sigh it out. Inhale, reach both hands high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the floor or blocks. This time we're stepping the left foot back first and then the right. 3 more breaths in your plank. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, welcome the wobble if there is one. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Knees lower, chest lowers. Untuck your toes. Find some space between your feet. Press your feet down a lot. We're doing 3 more rounds of baby cobra. This time, if you'd like, you can do cactus arms or just kind of hover your hands up off of the floor. So when you're ready, use that inhale to rise up. Maybe your hands come up with you. And exhale, lower down. Make sure that felt okay on your back. Inhale, baby cobra, your variation. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, rise up, baby cobra. Let's stay lifted here for the exhale. One more breath in, feeling strong. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. 3 nice big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. See if your breath can help you feel some stretch through your back as you inhale. And softness with your exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. And exhale to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Reach through the shoulders. And exhale, soften your facial features. Inhale, feel your strength. Exhale, feel your softness. One last breath in. And out. Inhale, lift the left toes up behind you, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, bend your left knee, hug your left knee in toward your chest. Step just your left foot forward. Option to bring your right knee down to the floor or keep it lifted. We're going to press the right hand into the floor or to a block if you have one handy. And then we're going to twist open to the left. So reach that left arm high. Feeling this nice twist. You might start to rotate out your left wrist. You might circle out the left shoulder, the left arm here a couple times both ways. We are just spending this twist however you choose to explore it. You might sink down a little deeper into the knees, your choice. One more breath in and breath out. Lower your hands down to the floor. And then we're going to walk the hands around to the right side. Just pivot on your feet. So now both of your feet, all your toes face the long edge of your mat. And we're in a wide-legged forward fold. With an inhale, let's halfway lift with our hands either on our floor or on our shins, just creating a nice straight spine effect. And when you're ready, little micro bend of your knees and exhale to fold back in. Wide-legged forward fold. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. You're welcome to explore a little extra bend of your knees, a little more straightening of your knees. Add your flair here. Just keep breathing. One more breath in. One more breath out. Now start to walk your hands back toward the right, or all the way around to the right, rather. Pivot on your toes until now all of your toes are facing the back edge of your mat. Left hand can plant down on the floor or on a stack of blocks or a chair if you have that handy. And we're finding our open arm, or our twist, rather, to the right, so the right arm starts to reach high. We're sinking down, bending that right knee. Breathe here. Option to rotate out your right wrist, or maybe rotate out the right arm and shoulder a couple times both ways. We are playing in this twist for 2 more breaths. One more breath in. And breath out. Bring your right hand down to the floor. Walk your hands around to the left side again until we're once again in a wide-legged forward fold toward the long edge of your mat. Breathing in and out. Halfway lift on your inhale. Fold with your exhale. Breathe like normal here. We're gonna bring the heels slightly in and the toes slightly out. Bend down through your knees. Then we're gonna do kind of a reverse swan dive. So the arms will reach out wide. We're hinging at the hips as we rise up. All right. Inhale, reach the hands high, star pose. Exhale, bend down into your knees. Hands come to heart center, goddess pose. Inhale, rise back up, straighten your legs, reach high, star. Exhale, goddess, sinking down into the knees. Press into the pinky edges of your feet as you lower hands to heart. Inhale, rise up, star. Exhale, sink down, goddess. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, rise up, feel your strength and power. Exhale, goddess. Last time, inhale, rise up. And exhale, one last goddess pose. Let's take an extra breath in here at the bottom. And breath out. Release your hands down to your knees. Let's find a little bit of a twist here. So just start to dip one of your shoulders down toward the center. Kind of twisting your gaze in the opposite direction. And then switch sides when you're ready. You might go back and forth a couple of times, finding this nice twist. One of my favorites, goddess twist. Whenever you feel that you've had enough, let's just come back up. Toe heel your feet in. So we're just standing like normal now, kind of in the middle of the mat. And we'll do some balancing. So let's do tree pose today. Bring the feet out to about hip width distance apart. And I had a really good question. Someone asked this question, emailed me this question, and we'll go over it now. So when we bring all the weight to the right foot, you really want to bring your weight and spread your weight out throughout the bottom of your right foot. So some people say it's like a triangle, like the base of the big toe, the base of the pinky toe, and the heel. I kind of like to think about it as pressing equal weight, or as much as you can get the sense of equal weight, just around the entire edges of your right foot. So that's kind of where we want to stand, with a little micro bend of the knee. Then we're going to open that left knee out toward the left side. You can make a little kickstand with your left heel on your right ankle. Put your hands wherever you'd like them to be, out wide or at your heart, or holding on to something for support. Find your drishti, your unmoving focal point in front of you somewhere. Focus intently on your drishti and on your breath. And hopefully balance will come to you with that. And you can stay here or maybe lift your left toes up, creating a very active tree pose. Keeping the left foot engaged here, the ankle bending, lifting, or you might slide your left foot up to your left or your right calf. Let's have 5 more breaths, and you're welcome to play with some arm variations or movements if you'd like. Just about 3 more breaths. Maybe 1 more breath. You're welcome to stay longer if you'd like. And then exhale to lower your foot and your arms down. Shake out that standing leg a little bit. And then we'll switch sides. So finding your feet about hip width distance apart and then moving all your weight to the left foot. And again, creating that sense of equal pressure throughout the edges of the left foot. A little micro bend of your left knee. And then start to find that little kickstand with the right heel on your left ankle and that right knee opening up toward the right side. Let your hands find their place that they want to start. And then finding your drishti. Could be the same spot, or maybe you try somewhere else today, maybe higher or lower. And you can stay here or find foot variations. Maybe your right heel bends so that your right ankle bends so that your right toes come up off of the floor. Nice active, engaged version. Or maybe you slide your right foot up to your calf. Let's have about 5 more breaths. Arm variations or movements, welcome anytime if you'd like. Just about 3 more breaths. Just about 1 more breath or so. Whenever that exhale comes, just lower everything back down. Take your time, stay longer if you like, and give it all a little shake out when you're ready. All right, and we're gonna come down to a squat next. So if you know that you have limited mobility in a squat, you might squat to sit on the edge of your ottoman or chair, or maybe grabbing a couple of blocks to sit on. Get something handy for yourself there. And if you know the kind of squat that you like to do, just go ahead and get right into it now. If you want some options, we'll first start with the feet out a little bit wider than normal, with the toes facing outward, the heels facing inward. Bring the hands to the knees and just kind of squat down a little bit here with support on your knees. You could kind of rock side to side or squat a little deeper and then press your way back up a couple of times. If you want to go a little deeper into your yogi squat, you might squat to sit down on your blocks or the edge of your chair or your couch. And if you ever feel like you've gone too far and you're in trouble, just go ahead and sit right down on the floor. And breathing here, we'll be here for about 3 more breaths. Just about 1 more breath. Again, if you want to stay, you can always stay longer. And then when you're ready, we'll come down to a seat. So moving those blocks away if you were sitting on them and just finding your way to a seat. Then we're going to lower down to the back. You can take your knees with you here. So just kind of rolling back, hugging your knees in toward your chest. Find a little bit of free movement here as you rock some weight, some massaging pressure over your low back, your mid back, and your sacrum, the very lowest part of your spine, just above the tailbone. And getting some of that good massaging pressure in all the right places just by pulling your knees a little closer, letting them go a little farther away, really fine tuning some of those areas of pressure. So nice. All right. Option to just stay here and continue exploring pressure through your back. Or second option is to do some active twisting with me, in which case we'll keep the knees lifted but let the arms come out wide for support toward the edges of the mat or even wider. We're going to take breaths in as we have our knees up at the center. With your exhale, let's start to dip and twist the knees toward the right as you gaze toward the left. So opposite twist of the neck. Inhale, bring your knees and your gaze up to center. Exhale, knees start to lower to the left, gaze twisting to the right. Let's keep going now. Inhales bring you to the center. Exhales have you twisting the other way. Couple more times, side to side, inhaling to lift and exhaling to twist. Just about one more time in each direction. And making sure to end with the twist toward the left, gazing toward the right. And then back up. Happy baby is next. We can either hold behind the knees or the thighs or reach down to grab the inside or outside edges of your feet, or even grab onto the big toes and then pull your knees in toward your armpits. Either just holding steady or finding a little bit of a sway or a rock side to side if you like. I kind of like to try straightening one leg, bending the other, and just kind of playing with it a little more. So go ahead and play. Maybe both legs start to extend or straighten a little bit, and then bend. Just a nice little playful spirit to our happy baby today. Feels appropriate. All right. You could stay here or join the soles of your feet together if they touch. Maybe you can even wrap your hands around your feet now and just kind of pull as if you're doing kind of a supine butterfly. So the knees are out wide, the soles of the feet may be together. And if this is not possible for you, maybe just holding onto your knees, maybe holding onto your shins. Taking another breath or two. And then releasing. Go ahead and find any last little movements, poses, or stretches that your body is asking you for. Like a nice long body stretch can be nice after having the knees up close toward the chest for so long. Any other movements, stretches, or poses that you'd like, go ahead and move into those now. And then when you're ready, we will get set up for our restorative pose here at the end. You can either choose to get your legs up on a wall or bring your legs up onto a chair. It's called Instant Maui. So the best way that I have found to do this is to scoot one hip as close as you can to either your wall or your chair first. So just scoot on close. Then you're going to kind of turn back down onto your elbows as you swing the legs up onto your surface. And just kind of scoot in so your legs are up on the chair, the low back is on the floor. If you're up on a wall, your legs could be straight up on the wall. Just know that if you have high blood pressure or glaucoma, you might choose to opt for the safer version of having your knees up a chair. So put less downward pressure up into the head. And then let your arms find their place. Maybe they reach out wide or they reach up high. Or maybe you kind of hold your body in some way. maybe bringing the hands to the low rib cage or the hip points or just wherever it feels right. Instant Maui, little vacation here, literally taking a load off of the feet. Feel that nice support and pressure between your back and the floor, or whatever props you have underneath you. If it doesn't feel cozy enough, maybe grabbing a blanket or a pillow to put underneath your low back or wherever you're feeling more cushion is maybe needed. And taking 3 sighing breaths if you feel like it, inhaling through your nose and sighing like you're finally on vacation. Just 3 clearing breaths if you're up for it. And then finding your awareness right in the shoulders. Let go of any need to hold your shoulders up in any way now. Keep adjusting anywhere you need it as you let your shoulders relax. Letting your arms soften. Feeling the back of your head on the floor or your props. Tracing a line up or down to the neck. Perhaps it's lifted, curving up away from the floor. Tracing that curve down your spine to your shoulders, your shoulder blades, or whichever part is now touching the floor. Tracing the curve of your spine down through your low back, down to the sacrum, imagining where your tailbone's at. And then noticing both hip joints, the right hip joint, the left hip joint. Creating a sense of heaviness, groundedness, security through the pelvis. A line of awareness connecting now to the knees, the right knee, the left knee, both knees together. Feeling your calves, your right ankle, left ankle, both ankles together. Right foot, left foot. All of the toes of your right foot. All of your toes on your left foot. Both feet together. And now letting your awareness wander through your body and just kind of settling your awareness in on any part of your body, any interesting sensation, just somewhere in your body. You don't have to have a reason why you settle your awareness in this location, just letting your awareness find a little home for now, some interesting sensation or part of your body. Noticing what resting your awareness in this area might change or evolve over the next few minutes here of breath. And feeling as if you're breathing from this part of your body now. Even if that part has nothing to do with respiration or breathing, just see if you can create the sense that you're breathing from this area. Almost like your breath is helping to unravel any tangles or move any stagnant energy at this location, or just delivering this fresh oxygen. And you might stay with this area, or if your awareness starts to feel like it wants to drift to a second location, go ahead and let that happen if you'd like. And again, creating the sensation that you're breathing from or to this area. Noticing if anything transpires from your awareness resting in this maybe second location. It's kind of like an internal drishti. And maybe you stick with this breathing and focusing your awareness somewhere, or you might just let your awareness kind of diffuse and just kind of enjoy these last couple minutes here of rest. With nothing to do, just resting. And by consciously choosing to rest, we are practicing our ability to focus, our ability to concentrate and direct our will, direct our energy. And instead of feeling the need to be frustrated if your mind starts wandering, let's see if we can kind of reframe it like, I caught my mind wandering. Wonderful. Let's focus back in on resting. Just the ability to catch your mind wandering is such a good step. The first step back to your stillness and concentration and rest practice today. Just resting. No planning for later, just resting now for a few last breaths. And please know that you are welcome to stay right here for as long as you'd like, hopefully until you feel somewhat rested. If you start to feel ready to move along, let's slowly wiggle fingers and toes, gently reawakening your wonderful physical body. Maybe letting your head kind of rock from side to side. Slightly bigger movements, maybe through the wrists, elbows, knees, wherever else. And then we'll start to kind of hug the knees in, or maybe bring your feet to the edge of your couch or chair. You might scoot a little bit away from the wall or chair if you're on one, and then roll to either side and come to the fetal position with your knees slightly tucked in. Maybe that bottom arm is your pillow now. Take a full round of breath, trying to fight any sense of urgency here. And then when you're ready, use the strength of your arms and hands to press your way up to a comfortable seat. And if it feels okay, we'll cross the legs as we join the hands in front of your heart center. Om Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. The greatest teacher of them all lies within. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Together, let's bring our thumbs up to the third eye center, just between and above the eyebrows. And together, if it feels right to you, let's take a little bow forward in gratitude now. Peace. All right, everyone. Oh, the sun is just gloriously shining in right now. I'm loving it.